What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the Victor Formation Sports Show right here on JeffLightsYjr. YouTube, Facebook, and wherever you get your content. We've got a special guest today, one of the more recent Jackson State commitments, tight end, Memphis transfer, Errington Mcrae. Errington, how's it going, man?
Going pretty good. Can't complain. How about yourself?
Hey, it is going great over here. It's great to hear. We love to see that you've committed to the Tigers. But before we get into all of that, I want to ask you, Arrington, you're a Division I football player. Uh, who got you started in the game? Who introduced you to the game of football?
Uh, Football has been a part of my life ever since I can remember. So it's just something that's always been there for me.
Absolutely, man. Now, at what point, with you being such a talented player, did you realize that, hey, man, I'm actually pretty good at this football game, and I could go somewhere playing this?
Ooh, I would say probably my ninth grade year when I got my first offer.
So in ninth grade, you get your first offer. Just what was that like for you?
Um, I would say that was one of those victory moments. Like that's something you always dream of as a kid, and to have it actually happen, it was a dream come true.
Absolutely, man. Now you're from Arkansas. Just what is the football scene like in the state of Arkansas?
I feel like Arkansas we're slept on state as far as football. We got a lot of good football all across the state. A lot of good players all across the state, and it's a good place to play football.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Once again, we're talking to Errington Mcrae, Jackson State tight end commit. Errington, I want to ask you, just you talked about ninth grade getting that first offer. What was your high school experience like playing ball? Did you ever have to change high schools? Was there any adversity? Just what was that like for you all 4 years?
So I started my high school football career off at Harbor up in Fayetteville, Arkansas area. So I was in a good program, great facilities. So I would say my experience as far as high school football was amazing. Great staff, great coaches, great guys to be around. And as far as player development, it was all there for me.
Absolutely, man. Now, you talked about the recruitment starting for you in ninth grade, getting that first offer. Just what was the recruitment like, moving forward after ninth grade? Who were some of the schools that were involved, and how did you eventually land on Memphis?
Um, my recruitment, I got hit up from a lot of different schools and stuff like that. But as far as Memphis was actually my first offer. So to get that offer and like to go to the games every weekend and stuff like that, it was like I felt like that was the home for me, and that's where I needed to be.
Absolutely, man. Now, you decide to go to Memphis. Just what was your time like there while you were there playing for the Memphis Tigers?
My time here was great. I appreciate all the people I met and the relationships that I built over time. But I really enjoyed my time here in Memphis.
And what was the kind of like the deciding factor for you to go ahead and say, okay, it's time to move on, enter my name into the transfer portal?
I felt like it was time for me to make a decision that was best for me on down the line, and I feel like committing to Jackson State University is one of those decisions that needs to be made for me.
Absolutely, man. Now let's talk about JSU, man. When did you enter the portal? When did JSU get involved? Who was kind of like the person that hit you up to kind of start recruiting?
So I hit the portal. I would say within 2 days, Coach O hit me up, the tight end coach. I got down there on a visit and like just being there for myself, actually seeing the Jackson State love and seeing it for myself, I felt like I was home immediately right away.
Now, what was that visit like for you? What were you able to see, and what were some of the things that kind of impressed you? You talked about the love, but was there anything as far as philosophy from the coaches or the facilities or anything that kind of like got your ears perked and like, yo, this is a place I could see myself?
The facilities were great to me. I feel like I love the campus and stuff like that. And then as far as like the coaches' philosophy and stuff like that and what they're trying to do with the tight end, I just bought in from there, and like I was like, this is where I need to be.
Absolutely, man. Now, because obviously you take your visit to Jackson State, there's options to be made. I'm sure you had other offers, other options. What was your family's reaction and everybody's reaction when you said, okay, mom, pops, everybody, like I'm gonna go play at Jackson State, at JSU?
Happy for me. They loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Hey, that is awesome to hear, man. Now, for the folks that may or may not have seen you play, how would you describe your game playing at that tight end position?
At the tight end position, I feel like that I'm a two-dimensional player. I'm somebody that you can stick in there and he's gonna get physical, block, and stuff like that. As far as the run game and as far as the pass game, I feel like I'm a very dynamic in the pass game. I can run routes, good speed, great hands. I feel like I'm a very two-dimensional player as far as the tight end position.
That's awesome to hear, man. Now, some people may say you're undersized, at 6'1", 235. There's a lot of comments I got. It was like, oh, well, this guy's undersized, man, and playing tight end. Oh, what do you have to say about that?
First, I'll start out by saying I'm 6'3", 235.
Come on. My bad. That's me messing up on the stuff then. There we go.
35, but I'm a dog. I can play ball, and I'm just ready to play ball. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people change their minds after I can showcase to them what I can do.
Hey, man, that's what the people want to hear. Now, did you know much about Jackson State before they started recruiting you? And if so, what did you know?
I knew a little bit as far as like the culture that they were building there and like what they had going on as far as like media and stuff like that. But as I committed and built a relationship to the coaches, I was able to learn more just about Jackson State football program and what they got going on over there.
Hey, that's awesome to hear, man. Now, you talked about Coach O, the tight end coach. For the people that may or may not know, what's Coach O like, and what's that relationship been like with you and the tight ends coach, the guy that'll be leading your position group?
Coach O, he's a great guy. He keeps it straightforward. He's not gonna shoot nothing around the bush or anything like that. And he's a great guy. I feel pretty good about Coach O.
That is awesome to hear, man. That is awesome to hear. Once again, we're talking to Errington Mcrae, tight end commit headed to Jackson State. Now, Errington, what is kind of your thoughts on, Jackson State is a team that's had a lot of success over the last few years. I mean, over the course of their history, but especially a lot of focus on the last 2 years. Just what do you think you can bring to a team that's been able to endure a lot of success, specifically very recently?
I just feel like I'll be able to be able to come in early and contribute as many ways as possible, even if that's special teams, playing offense or whatever it is. I'm just a guy that's willing to work and gonna leave it all out there on the field.
Now, when you're coming from a place like Memphis, do you look at the HBCU experience, or what are your thoughts on being able to have that HBCU experience, not just as a football player, but also as a student there at JSU?
I feel like it'll be great. That's something that I feel like that I missed in Memphis, and getting there at Jackson State, I feel like I really enjoyed that.
Absolutely, man. Now, Errington, what do you study, man? What are the things you'll be taking up as far as classes there at JSU?
Finance. I'm a finance major.
So what do you want to do with that? What makes you? Because finance is tough. That ain't easy for anybody, but especially for an athlete, man. What is your plan long term with the finance?
Plan long term with finance is to become a personal financial advisor.
And where does that come from? And what makes you want to get into? Because that's not something a lot of young people, decide that they want to do is handle and manage money.
I've always been like a numbers type of guy. I love money. I feel like I'm a good steward of my money. So why not use, what I know and what I'm good at and put that towards something that can help me in my future.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And that's awesome to hear, because there's always an end to football. Even the greatest football players ever, there's always an end. And to hear that you have a plan for what to do once football ends is awesome. And I always commend people for that and for being able to do that. Just when it comes to football, though, what are your expectations for yourself when you get to JSU as far as, contributing and helping this team in the fall of 2023?
My expectation for myself is to come in and help any way possible. Like I said, I feel like I'm a guy that can come in and help, either if that's on special teams, playing offense, or whatever it is. My expectation is just to contribute and help in any way that I can.
Now, JSU has a few tight ends on the roster already. When you look at that and you look at a roster makeup, does that, did that go into your consideration as far as joining the Tigers or not? Because I know off the top of my head, at least 3 or 4 tight ends. Did that weigh at all on your decision on joining Jackson State?
I mean, it always factors into when you're making a decision to go to whatever. But I feel like talked to Coach O and stuff like that, I wasn't concerned about it at all.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, Errington, I wanna ask you this, man. Just what did it feel like? What was the reception that you got from the JSU fans on social when you posted, like, hey, this is where I'm headed. I'm gonna help guard the yard at Jackson State for this season?
The love I received, it was amazing. I want to thank all the Jackson State fans that reached out to me and showed me some love. Like it was unmatched.
Absolutely, man. So when do you get to campus? When do you enroll? When do all those things take place?
I'll be there on the 30th, the end of this month.
Okay, and then you'll be able to work out and do stuff like that.
Yes, I will.
So that's awesome to hear, man. Just how do you see this? Kind of, give us a peek behind the curtain as much as you can. But how do you see this offense for Jackson? Because there's new coaching staffs, new offense coordinators, obviously. Just what do you see from the JSU offense? Just from what you know so far, it'll look like in 2023.
Just watching and stuff like that. I feel like there's a lot of key pieces on offense. Guys working together and stuff like that. I feel pretty good about the offense, the scheme, and what they got going on over there. So I feel pretty good about it.
Absolutely, man. Well, Errington, I won't hold you up anymore, man. Just if you have anything left to say to the JSU faithful, sir, the floor is yours.
Just thank you. I can't wait to get there and contribute as much as I can, and I can't wait to meet you all.
Absolutely. That is Errington Mcrae. My name is Jeff JeffLightsYjr. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you next time.